You know, it's hey YouTube, sorry. Uh you know, you answer the same question over and over again. It makes me feel like that people just don't listen. And I don't know how many times I've told it on video. I broke it down for people in interviews, and I've showed it to you live on, on videos, and how, when I'm doing it with clients, and how that works. And today, out of the blue, I get an email, and she's not a client. She hasn't opened a store, but apparently she says, you know, she's watched all my videos. Let me read you excerpts of the email. You just go from there. Hey Chad, my name is, I'm gonna leave that out, and I'm wanting to start a smoke shop in, I'm gonna leave that out too. Um, I've watched all your videos, and I really love the content and everything you provide for the community. Thanks. But I've got some specific questions. I've heard you say that it can't be done for under $50,000. Although in other videos, I see that you did it for under $25,000. So which is it? Can you give me a rough breakdown of the typical costs involved? Sorry if it has been covered in another email. It's been covered in a lot of emails. And remember, we're talking about 2007 dollars versus 2024 Joe Biden economy dollars, post COVID dollars. Non-disposable, no Delta, no no CBD dollars. You follow me? Okay. For the cheap seats. Well, hell, for the front fucking row, to be honest. One, rents and leases, rents/leases, between $1,500 and $10,000 a month, depending on the location, city, state, within that area, maybe more. Rents is high. Number two, license and permits, because you got to buy a vape license, and you got to buy a hemp license, and you got to buy a general business license. You may have to have, some kind of municipality, a state and local license. Just kind of depends. That's going to run you between $1,000 and $5,000, depending on the regulations. Your initial inventory, in my opinion, should run between $25,000 and $75,000, depending on the size of your store, the variety of your products. Think, how many different vapes I want to carry, if I want to carry cigars, if I want to carry pipes and what all accessories I'm going to carry, posters, incense. A full incense display of just the 11-inch sticks can run you about $1,700, about $1,700. That's all it is. It's a big table and several hundred sticks of incense. Now, we ain't even bought anything to burn them in. We ain't bought a lighter or matches. Well, Chad, I don't need all of them. Yes, you do. You also need the cones. You also need the oils. You might need the wax melts. It just kind of depends on what you're trying to go for, but it's the trappings. Women like the smell. I'm just saying. But you do you, boo-boo. Number 4, store fixtures and equipment. I'm thinking, but around $5,000 to $25,000, depending on how big the store is, man. And you also got to remember, we're not even talking about the POS system, and how you're going to pay for that, and you got to also remember your inventory, not your inventory, but your internet, and how it's going to integrate, and how you're going to be able to collect credit cards. Do you need a separate terminal for that? Do you want to have an iPad where you can walk around the building, scan products for the customer so that they can get an accurate pricing? Okay, everybody. So from time to time, I get asked about, hey man, where should I get my cases? And do you know anybody? As a matter of fact, I do. So on my last live, we talked about it. I showed you, a one page, and it gave you a Chad Wade 5 would give you 5% off. And so I've got some more examples like these and these. How about this? And don't forget the oldie but a goodie, this. And I get these from Displayarama, and I like this company a whole lot. Family owned, and they got it going on. Don't forget, use the code ChadWade5 and get 5% off your total order. And I'm guessing you could use that multiple times, but order it all at once so that you can get it all at once for that 5% off. They'll even ship that all the way from Florida, Hollywood, Florida, as a matter of fact, straight to your front door of wherever you want it to go. This is a group you can depend on, and hopefully you will. So hit them up. I think it's displayarama.com, and check it out. They get my seal of approval. There's a whole lot to it, y'all. Number 5, marketing and signage. Okay, think between $2,000 to $15,000. And you got to think about a website setup. Are you going to do a website? If not, are you going to do your Facebook, Instagram, yada yada yada? And how long does that take you? What's your time worth? You got to think about store signs. You got to think about your initial marketing. How are you going to get people to even know you're there? Sorry, I got something in my eye. Something just flew in my eye. How are you even going to know? I mean, how are they going to even know that you're there? Are they going to drive by? Hey, look there, a new smoke shop. Well, there's one on every corner. Big deal. Okay. Insurance. If you're the one-man gang, you won't have to pay workman's comp. You're not going to be, though. Chances are you'll have a part-time player, and surely you'll pay them correctly, which means you'll have to pay them above board. You'll have to give them a W-2. And if you do, you're going to have workman's comp. I mean, if it's you and your significant other, you two can work it, and probably won't be no issues. You wouldn't have to have workman's comp at that point, But insurance is going to run you between $1,000, I don't know, to about $4,000 or $5,000. You know, I pay, oh God, you don't even want to know what I pay. I think I pay like $11,000, $12,000 a year. Yeah. Just for, you know, workman's comp and general business liability. And then you got to think about miscellaneous contingencies. So I would probably earmark about 5 G's for that, you know, for legal fees, you know, to get you set up correctly and to make sure that your lawyer's on hand in case the sheriff wants to be an asshole. You got to think about utilities and initial startup, you know, like a tape gun, you know, to price your stuff out. You're going to need tape. You're going to need bags. You're going to need, you know, different little small fixtures inside of your cases to prop things up on. You're going to want lighting. You're going to want TVs and monitors, and you're going to want speakers, and you're going to want all that. And, you know, you're going to want the whole trappings, you know, because you don't want to just go in and just sit there and think, oh man, what a day. Well, I'll just watch Netflix on my phone. But you got to have vibe. You got to have vibe in the store. So you got to have music, or you got to have something on the TV, you know, something playing, you know. So, I mean, I think I make the case there for some funds. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, man. I mean, it is what it is, right? And like I tell people, man, you know, don't start thinking we're going to the SBA for a loan unless you totally lie to them what you're purchasing. And then at some point, man, they can audit you and want to see where you spent the money. And if they find out that it's a lie, then those are government forms and you've lied. That's called fraud. They could make you pay it back all at one point if you can, which you can't. Or B, you know, they could blacklist you, and probably the bank you got it from is not going to list you, and you've lied on a bank document, which means you're going to have a hard time with some other things. And I would be willing to bet that Treasury, which is the Secret Service, is coming to see you because you broke the law. Don't do it. Just don't goof up and lie on a government form. And that is a government form because remember, it's FDIC insured, and the F stands for federal. Hey guys, did you really not know that I was an author? I mean, for real? It's for real, yeah. And international bestseller at that, in my category, believe it or not. So check it out. It's a quick read, man. It's not going to be such a big deal, but it's going to give you some real world stories about how I learned a whole lot about what I know. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. And you can pick it up on Amazon, and it's pretty easy to find. You know, just put in Street Smart, Chad Wade. It'll come right up. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I did writing it. All right, y'all. Does that answer your question? I hope so. All right, y'all. I swear I am never making another video about that again. Never, never, never. It's not gonna happen. I promise. I promise you, YouTube. I'm not making that video again. Unless you see it in an interview with a client. That's the only time you're ever going to see it again. All right, that's what I got. If I can help you guys, that's askchadwade@gmail.com, or you can hit me up over at chadwadetv.com. I'd be glad to do a consult with you and try to help you live your dreams of opening a business. And if you need inventory for your smoke shop, UNSWholesale.com. I picked up 2 new guys today that got it from the video. Thank you. Appreciate that, you guys. And I really appreciate it. I think I'm going to go back and start doing smoke shop reviews. where if you've already got a smoke shop, where I go into, the Google page, your Google page, and I open it up and I go through all your pictures and I go through all your reviews, and either I set you on fire or I make you look like a king. But either way, it's good content. Everybody loves to see what everybody else is doing. All right, y'all, that's what I got. Let me know what you think. If you would like to see me go back and start doing smoke shop reviews again, let me know. I may do that. I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. Because as it's getting cold, it's going to be a little harder to set out here. And the trees are already changing colors. So it's going to get chilly. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks for visiting with me. Appreciate it. Wow. All right, y'all. Have a good night. See ya.